Hey, this is new to us. This is our first ever podcast. I'm gonna introduce the BBA podcast. So my name's Reed. The other
My name is
man,
Ben.
that's Ben Yates, and we are here. We're basketball fans. We got a lot to talk about, but first we got to start with the big news in the basketball world: NBA.
The NBA indeed is in the news, going back
Coming
on
back.
July 31st. 22 teams.
Oh, it's gonna be exciting. All the new formats, 8 regular season games, possible play-in tournaments, and then playoffs. And Ben, what are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts are that with the East only having one team that can possibly slip right in there and take the 8 seed away from the Magic, I think they will. With John Wall coming back, it would be a pretty crazy thing to happen, but we've seen crazier. So
That's true.
I would love to see Washington slip right in to the playoffs.
That's true. Washington.
And disappoint Aaron Gordon again.
Washington. They were solid with Bradley Beal. Like Bradley Beal's a superstar. He can carry a team for 8 games. You add John Wall to it. Able to.
Some people,
They're able to close that
you
gap.
can't beat their guards. Like
I think we'll
the
have.
fastest man.
Oh, that's true. I think we'll have at least one play-in tournament, at least in the West, because the West, it's always competitive. That's why there's
Oh my
only
God.
that's why there's 13 teams in the West playing, and I think
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting. I think Portland or New Orleans is going to end up catching Memphis, so they're going to have that play-in tournament, which will be amazing. So I
as
think
much as I want the Phoenix Suns to be that team, to be in the 8th spot, it's probably going to be New Orleans, just because Zion being back at the last few months of this, it's going to be so crucial for New Orleans to have Brandon Ingram, Ball, and Zion all together with Drew Holiday. You keep adding on more and more weapons in that lineup. You just keep thinking about who's on the bench, who's on the starting lineup. They should make it.
that's true. The Pelicans were doing really well with Zion. Like as soon as he came, they were amazing. Like I was watching Zion's first game. I remember thinking oh, he's not looking that good. And then the fourth quarter came, and it was like Zion's here. But I honestly, I think Portland's gonna do it because I'm not gonna bet against Damian Lillard. Dame Lillard is a man. He is probably one of my favorite non-Clipper players right now. The way he plays, the intensity he plays with, how he got the Thunder out last year. I think he's a great story. Small market, he's playing for the small market Portland, and I really like Damian Lillard. I think he's going to end up bringing the Blazers into that play-in tournament. And it'll be interesting to see how they go
Let's
against.
not also forget Carmelo.
Oh,
Melo.
Melo was doing good for them too. Okay, and then we got to talk about the other playoff teams because everyone has had about 3 months of rest now. Lakers, Clippers, Bucks, Rockets. I think this is going to benefit the Rockets the most because, as we all know, they don't have a center at all on their roster, and I think the wear and tear. It helps them because now they've had a break from having to play PJ Tucker at the 5 for the last 10 games. So I think it's going to end up helping them in the playoffs. You're all going to be rested and be able to, be able to guard the 5 more effectively. But, I think the main contenders, Lakers, Clippers, Bucks, they're still a factor.
Man.
It's going to be weird seeing them in Orlando, but they're starting to get playoffs. So
I'm not wearing the correct color hat for talking about the Lakers, but man, they're killing it. They're killing it.
The Lakers and Clippers were killing it. The Lakers, okay, as you probably guessed, Ben over here is a Laker fan, but more a Anthony Davis fan, and I am a Clippers fan. Yes, Kentucky man over here, but I am a Clippers fan. Kawhi, PG, Pat Bev, Lou Will, Montrez. Great squad coming in. I'm glad that we were able to finish this season. I think it would have been on point with the Clipper curse if this is going to be one of their best seasons in franchise history and it gets canceled due to COVID-19.
Yeah, and for Anthony Davis coming here right now with LeBron, trying to just get LeBron one more finals appearance, at least a finals appearance. Like, just before that happens, if COVID-19 just takes it out, like, after all that, after giving up Lonzo, Ingram, the picks, like, that's hard. That's hard to...
I think LA has definitely done a great job of doing good to Anthony Davis. Hopefully it's enough to make him stay. But, you never know. You never know. The players have the power now. Look what Kawhi did. Went to Toronto, won him a chip, then came to LA to help us win a chip, hopefully. But I think, it's gonna be fascinating playoffs. And I think just the way this NBA season has gone, like, there's been so many great teams that I think that's one of the main reasons why they were pushing to finish the season. Because if it was just the Warriors at their full strength again, then I don't know how many people would watch it because they'd be like, the Warriors are going to win. We're going to have to wait 3 months more.
If Klay was healthy right now with Wiggins and Curry, and Draymond was actually playing as Draymond Green, then they would still be in it. They would be at least the 3 seed right now.
Oh, yeah, no, I think if we had the Death Squad Warriors with KD and all, at full strength, and it would be interesting to see how the
well, even without Kevin Durant.
Oh, absolutely. They are still a scary team.
That guy just slipped into a perfect team already.
Yeah, I think looking back on it, everyone was like, screw you, KD, went to the best team. But if you're looking back on it, the Warriors kind of needed KD to win their next 2 titles. Because if they didn't have him, then they could have lost to the Rockets. They could have lost to the Spurs when Kawhi was healthy. They might have lost to LeBron. LeBron at least once, and it took Kawhi Leonard, who's he is a destroyer of dynasties now, to end it.
For real. Yeah, the Warriors didn't have defense for LeBron until Kevin Durant came in. Basically, they had nothing to match LeBron's talent until Kevin Durant did something.
I think Kevin Durant, he was looking on us, he was one of the most hated figures in the NBA, but I think as we move away from that, I think we're going to look back and be like, yeah, that's what the Warriors needed. They needed him to win as much as we hated it. But now...
as much as we still hate it, but...
Now let's talk about, we're talking about the playoffs. Let's talk about the teams that didn't make it into the NBA play-in in Orlando. So Minnesota and Golden State in the West. Only 2 teams. That just shows the depth of the West. That only 2 teams didn't make it.
I'm going to start something slightly more controversial here. Minnesota would have made this cut if Karl Anthony Towns was totally healthy. If they had more time with D'Angelo Russell and Cat together, it's a done deal. They'd be in it without even question.
Oh, absolutely. Karl Anthony Towns, he is a special talent at center. I think this year really showed that he can do it all. And especially having his good friend D'Angelo Russell now. It took about 3 months for everyone saying, oh, Russell's going to go to the Timberwolves for it to actually happen. And it did. And now it looks like, maybe next year they'll be able to put something together good. I know, the Wolves, they've always had this knack of they're young, they're going to get together, but they haven't. And let's see, hopefully Kat and D'Angelo can lead them to the playoffs next year. And, Golden State, they're going to get Klay, they're going to get Steph, they're going to get Draymond, possibly the number 1 pick next year. They just have Andrew Wiggins. Yeah. If
they add in James Wiseman to that lineup, it's unbeatable.
That's crazy. Okay, now in the East, Charlotte, Chicago, New York, Detroit, Atlanta, Cleveland. Honestly, I'm going to focus on the Hawks. I thought they're going to take a step forward this year.
I was going to do the same.
Trae Young, John Collins, Kevin Huerter, people calling them the Warriors of the East. And I thought Trae Young did amazing this year, but John Collins suspension.
And the worst part about all of that is Vince Carter.
Oh, that's true. Vince Carter. That's his last year, And I'll be honest.
It's like graduating in 2020.
Yeah, exactly. At least he got his last shot in at the buzzer, 3-pointer. So that was good right before that all happened. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm a young NBA fan. I started following it like in 2014, 2015, and never got. I always hear about Vince Carter in Toronto. He put it on the map, basketball on the map in Toronto, and he's been everywhere, and he's an icon, and he's going to be missed in the NBA. So NBA is back July 31st. It's like about 50 days away. Can't wait. It's going to be. I'm so excited for it, and I think what I've been saying, like I've literally haven't cut my hair since quarantine started. I think that's July 31st. That's going to be the time when that the hair is going to get cut, because
Oh, I'm going to keep growing it out until I'm told I can go outside and have my barber safely cut my hair.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
So that's an eye patch on.
So now I think we're gonna have to shift from the big National Basketball Association to the Little Town Band Basketball Association. So Ben, do you want to?
Which is so much more popular.
Do you want to explain the BBA, Ben?
So for those of you who don't know what the BBA is, so you just came to this channel and had no idea what this was. There's a little league that Reed and I created. It's going to be 3 years old after this year. It's the Band Basketball Association. We started it in our sophomore year, hoping like in between the end of the school year and marching band camp, we could have a little summer break of still meeting up with our friends and playing basketball, even though we don't know how to play basketball as well as anyone. Like we could get the varsity team in Brea, which also sucked, but but we were still we didn't know how to play. There were people who couldn't dribble, couldn't shoot, but we still played all together, and it's been fun.
Yeah, we've been.
Now we're analyzing this.
Yeah, so yeah, we always Instagram live it. We started a YouTube channel for our draft this year since we Zoom, and then now we have a YouTube channel, so we're doing this. The BBA. We have 4 teams. We play 2 games against each team. We all have our own home courts. We have 8 players per team. We also have a reserve list, as we like to call it, for people who aren't on a team but still want to play. And any team can call them up and ask them to play for them if they're missing a player. And then we have at the end of the year we have our absurd August in ode to March Madness. So what we have the 1 seed play the 4 seed, 2 play the 3, and whoever wins those games moves on to the championship. There's only 1 game, so it's single elimination. And so we have 4 teams. I am the captain of the electric guitars.
And I'm the captain of Quad B.
And then we have 2 other teams. We have Jackie, who's the captain of Happy Birthdays, and then Caleb, who's the captain of the Fellows. And we've actually had that team. We've actually had to rebrand it twice. First it was the Horns, and then it was the Cheese Balls, and now it's the Fellows. So
Fellows. We're just gonna cut it short at Fellows.
We're gonna cut it short at Fellows. We've had fun times playing it. The first year we played it, I think Ben and I were just like, why don't we? I think we started as we'll play a basketball game with people. Like we'll get people from band, and we'll
back in March.
I think it was back in March, something along that lines. It was still during a festival season, I remember, but
I'll put a picture somewhere over.
So we played a basketball game, and then while we were discussing it, I was like, why don't we just start a league over the summer? And then Ben was like, down. And we both are like the 2 biggest basketball people in our band. So, we got
time until
until now.
Next crew came in.
Yeah, there's people who are probably more basketball fans than us.
Until Caleb and Ian, the freshmen, came in as Lakers fans, just pouring information and yelling at their phones during the games.
Surprisingly enough, we actually got people who wanted to play. We've got full teams.
That was the biggest surprise for me.
Absolutely, I thought we'd
only have 2 teams, but anything, for just one time.
We were able to get people to play. They were interested. We played. I think the first season my team won the championship against Ben's team. Ben still has nightmares because what happened was that it was like
last shot.
So we played till first to 21 ones and twos, and it was 19-19, and I'm dribbling up the court. Someone sets I think Dadler sets a screen in front of me. Move to my right, just chuck it up. I'm like, oh, this bad shot.
And I was guarding you too.
Yeah, I think Dadler said it was like, this is for the win. It bounces on the back rim straight up and then straight down into the hoop. 21-19, we win the championship. It was amazing. And then the last year, Quad B got revenge in the championship game.
And it wasn't that close, was it?
No, it was
really
not.
At all.
It was not that close. You guys did rout us, and it was, it happens.
I got the bigs that
Yeah.
I had Josh Garcelon just blocking every shot.
Yeah. So we have our little league. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna analyze each team right now. So let's start with the champions, Quad B. Ben, you want to say your roster?
So my roster does consist of, all-star talent that extend down the list. I even put them into NBA 2K just to see how they fare up against everyone else, put their tendencies where they're at, related to NBA level. So if LeBron James played just as good as us, which would be just awful for his career, then that's how we would perform in their world. And we won a championship there, so
Still surprised.
It was totally rigged, and NBA 2K should be broken because of it. But yeah, we had an amazing roster this last year. It changed because 2 people had to leave, and so I traded one of my draft picks from Mark Bailey, who really didn't do good last season, but started doing great over the off season. We were playing around with each other.
Yeah, we like to play around with each other. So, people. That's one thing, is that people definitely improve.
Yeah. And so I took Mark off a team he didn't want to stay on anymore, which is Jackie's Happy Birthday squad, and gave her just a 2nd-round pick, and that was a done deal. Suddenly, Mark Bailey's on my team in an empty spot. Then I had 1 pick again. 2nd year in a row, I've had one lousy 1st-round pick in the end of the 1st round, and it still pays off.
Yes. Okay. And then, so yeah, that's your team. You have most of your squad coming back, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, just 2 people left, and I filled that in very easily.
Yeah. Same here. I had 2 people left. I drafted some, I think my team is evenly. I think that's what I think my goal, like, since the first season, I was like, I want to evenly distribute, so like 2 of each class on a team. So, so I have 2 outgoing seniors, 2 outgoing juniors, 2 outgoing sophomores, and 2 outgoing freshmen now. So because it's me and David.
I'm bringing back an alumni, so
That's true, you are. But yeah, no, my team is perfectly balanced. That's all things should be. But yeah, no, we usually start in June and play like every week a game, and then lead up to August. But this year, it's going to be a little bit more condensed since we're starting in July due to this COVID-19 pandemic. So hopefully in July we will start and play. Maybe we'll have to post games on here. Have someone record it and make videos on here.
Probably could. It's not that hard.
Yeah, make like a highlight video.
Yeah, and I hope we do draft the same way again for the future. Just not socially distanced on Zoom, but like if we record it and then put it on YouTube again.
Oh, definitely.
With a little Q&A at the end like that. I think that could work for the future, and that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, and then I think we always want to try to make things different each year. I think, what was it, last year? What did we do differently last year? I feel like
we changed a few of the foul rules,
yeah.
like when glasses fall off your face.
Yeah,
that was a new one we added just because of the first season. We started playing it really aggressive first season, which was awesome, but also caused some problems for us. So we did add rules for fouling and We tried to see if we could change the timing, see if we could do a shot clock and everything, but that cost money. So
Yeah.
Were scoreboards recently? Scoreboards were recently added.
We did buy
last season.
little scoreboards that we keep track of the score on because we always forget the score. So
yeah, first season we forgot the score all the time, and probably some games were determined because of that.
Yeah.
So we have the scoreboard now.
I know. I used to have a little like notebook I kept stats in. Try to keep stats for my team.
Yeah.
And I think I didn't do that second season, but no, definitely second season we definitely tried to get a little bit more consistency from people. It worked, worked in some ways, but we ended up, we got through it. Second season, and then this third season, facing pandemic, but we're adding new things. I think we added new competition to our All-Star weekend. Oh yeah, that's right. We do have an All-Star game, if you believe it or not.
We do have All-Star games.
So what we do is that we just have the captain.
We're gonna change that this year too. We're gonna change how we're gonna do that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a draft, weren't we?
We're gonna do an All-Star draft, just like the NBA.
Yeah, just like the NBA. So what we usually do is that we we have captains and then we have co-captains, and usually those two make it, and then
two more players from each
team, and then we usually split it up. I think last year we did it. The first place team and the fourth place team played together, and then the second and third place team played together. I think that's how we did it last year.
I just remember me and Jackie being on the same team 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I think that's how it was.
It was like a combined, like, the brass leaders and the woodwinds.
Yeah, it was brass versus...
So we did like a woodwinds and brass kind of all-star setup.
Yeah.
Even though me and Jackie both play the same instrument, we're still woodwind, so it's like woodwind and brass together. It's like a big clash.
You can see the post for that on our Instagram. I believe it's still up. We have an Instagram.
And I'll also put it somewhere in here just so we can have some.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I know we started this our sophomore. Now we're graduating seniors, third year going, and it's something that we did, and it's awesome. And I mean, I think it'll last at least one more year. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it develops over the years, if it fizzles out or it keeps going strong. I hope it does. That'll be fun just to be like.
Yeah, I see it staying around until Caleb graduates, and after that, I hope it's still around.
Yeah, yeah. I guarantee at least one more year after us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I guarantee until Caleb graduates. Like, I'm sure Caleb will do something with it.
Oh yeah.
That dude's gonna carry it.
Yeah. Okay, so
we're gonna bring him in as a guest star next time or something.
Yeah, we're gonna need to do like interviews with all the other captains. Bring him in. Let's see what else. You know what, Ben? What have you been doing over this quarantine? I kind of know what.
This is basically the most busy I've been. Just making a podcast like any other dude would.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been interesting time for quarantine. I've gotten a bike. I've been on bike rides. So that's actually
I'm not
nice.
really exercising as much as I should.
Yeah.
I'm doing more than I did, which is basically nothing.
Yeah, same here. Like, I didn't exercise for like the first month of quarantine. Then I got the bike, and I've been playing basketball, biking, stuff like that. And it's nice sometimes to get out of the house. I've been playing Punch Club recently. Have you heard of that?
No.
I believe I want to say like Markiplier did a Let's Play on it a couple years ago, and then I got it because I was bored. I was like, okay, let's try something other than Minecraft. I've been playing it. I've been really like invested in it. Like I don't know how long it's supposed to take. Actually, I'm on like day 360 something in it, and basically it's like you're like a like an up and coming fighter, and like you have to train your stats and then you have to fight, and then you win fights, move up leagues. And you also have to there's like hunger and sleep bars. You have to make sure to have your energy and hunger bar up, or else you can't train. You have to make money too, and there's all these different types of storylines. Like I've been very invested in it the past couple days, and I've been playing it. So that's what I've been up to.
I've just been on like my career in NBA 2K, making my life in there instead of in my real life. So
basically, that's this quarantine bit. And then what else? Oh, on Netflix, I've been watching a variety of shows. I watched Avatar, The Office, Breaking Bad.
Oh my gosh, classics.
Yeah, Avatar just finished book 1. That was, it was good as I thought. That was just great. Like, the spoilers, sorry for the last episode, when it's like Aang and the Ocean Spirit look at each other, and you're like, okay, it's time to beat up some Fire Nation baddies. Like, and then they turn to that giant koi fish and just start wailing on all of them. It was just like, they just looked at each other like, yeah, they messed up this time. Time to show them. And excited to rewatch that series because I don't think I've ever watched that like in like linear fashion. Like, I've always seen like episodes here and there. I don't think I've ever watched like one continuous, like in the episodes that are in the order that they're supposed to be. So I'm excited about that.
I've been just doing Survivor reruns, like, so I can apply one day. Have knowledge.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to apply and for them to show this podcast and be like, yes, famous vlogger.
This is my career. Like, I guess the subtitle for my career, like, BBA captain and podcaster.
yeah, we're gonna get this so big that they're gonna notice Ben, so that way he has to know Survivor one day.
Well, they put like Brad Culpepper and John Rocker on before, some other celebrities. So why not put
the biggest celebrity of them all?
The biggest celebrity of them all, right here in Brea, California.
Yeah. So let's see it. Yeah, so we've been. It's a quarantine, It seems like inch by inch things are going back to normal a little bit, and hopefully that means BBA season.
Yeah, which is also trying to be resumed in July.
Yeah, July, the beginning of July, not the end of July.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited for NBA. It's gonna be. This has been a great year for NBA. This COVID-19 outbreak, it stopped it for a little bit, but I think it's gonna make it even a little bit greater. They're able to finish throughout this, and it looks like the off season only gonna last like 2 months. They're gonna start on like December 1st next year, so that's gonna be amazing. So that's actually gonna be great. Like, NBA, like, they've gotten their stuff together. Like, they've taken the best out of what is this pandemic and really like capitalizing on it.
They always do something like above every other league. They do better than everyone else.
Yeah, NBA is really becoming like the top, like a top tier league. Like, they've definitely passed baseball. NHL, like they've been fine, but like NHL has always been like a little niche of people. But like, they've definitely passed baseball already, and they're creeping up on the NFL. Like, before long, like they're gonna end up. NBA is gonna be like gonna be the top league in the US.
It already is. Like, most of their athletes speak, and the league doesn't say that they're wrong or anything. They let them be the examples.
Oh, absolutely.
Like LeBron just talks whatever he wants to, and NBA is like, yep.
Yeah, the relationship between the owners and the players is truly great. Like, that's what all leagues should strive for. Mm-hmm. Like, they work together. I believe they stopped calling owners owners. Like, they call them a different name. I forget what the name is, but just to go away from, like, because it seems like like they own the players, so they want to go
right.
Like, NBA is a really progressive league. I don't think they're there at the popularity of football yet, because football, I mean, it's been engraved.
Way too American, yeah.
Yeah, football is just ingrained right now, but I think they're going to end up basketball's going to end up catching up to it. Like, they've been really good. Like the Adam Silver and all those guys. Okay, so how long have we going? Yeah, we can go.
Okay.
So do you think it's time to
I think we should do this every week.
Every week? Oh, absolutely. We will do
Bring a
this
guest in every week now. Like get Jackie the next and Caleb after that.
Yeah. We should start making like actual like we should make like team videos for
oh my god.
like not like team videos for each team now.
Yeah.
Just to get hype.
Like get them all in, and like one day we do electric guitars where we get every single member in here.
that would be cool. That would be cool. But yeah, I think that does
got
it.
ideas for the future. Season 1, episode 1.
Season 1, episode 1 of the BBA Podcast. Watch us get like 5 views. 2 of them from us.
We're like graduates from college and we're still talking about the BBA. I'm doing sports broadcasting. You're doing like you're general managing for the Angels. And we're just like, yeah, BBA, right?
Yeah, that would be incredible. But so yeah, I think that's it for the podcast. Any last words?
I got it. See you all next week.
See you all next week. Yeah, we're trying this out. Hopefully it doesn't backfire on us. So next week we'll talk about other stuff. I'll have more people on, and
eventually our next guest will be like Dan Lebertard, and then we'll have LeBron and whatever else.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get LeBron on here and talk. We're gonna start recruiting him for the. Yeah, I guarantee you that Ben at least at one point is gonna spend like 10 minutes recruiting Braun to go come play the BBA.
NBA players in the he's gonna leave the NBA for the BBA. Then suddenly they're gonna have to buy us out.
Yeah, it's gonna be the next G League. It's gonna be like the 3rd league under the G League.
Right. It's gonna be for the people who don't know how to play basketball.
It's for NBA. It's when NBA begins to like just take over college basketball. This is gonna be the 3rd league under, so that we can get take away more people from college basketball.
Less than high school basketball. It's less than YMCA basketball.
Yeah, this is like we're just gonna have people like playing like left-handed, like just like shooting random shots. Just everyone flipping. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So
signing off for now.
Signing off for now. Here we go.